Hello and welcome. This is the Midday News. The Supreme Court yesterday dismissed the stay application filed by former Midday Provincial Administrator Frank Lau. This effectively makes Daniel Aloy the acting provincial administrator. Justice Ogile Ki Dinkake handed down the decision, sitting as a single judge. In his application, Mr. Lau challenged the National Court's decision of April 16, 2024, seeking a review of his termination as acting provincial administrator and appointing Aloy as acting PA. The National Court dismissed this application on March 15, 2025. Lau filed a judicial review of the March 15 decision at the Supreme Court. This judicial review was also accompanied by an application for a stay of the National Court decision of April 16, 2024, in an attempt to put him back in office. Martin Combry, lawyer representing Daniel Aloy, said the court refused Lau's application on the basis that the Secretary for the Department of Personnel Management, the NEC, and the Midday governor do not have a good working relationship with Mr. Lau.
Application was refused on the basis that there won't be any good relationship between his department head, which is the Secretary for the Department of Personnel Management, his employer, which is the National Executive Council for on behalf of the state, and the governor for Midday. As on the reason that evidence has been put before the court that their working relationship had soured. The governor does not have a good working relationship with the Frank Lau. The state does not want to continue its contractual relationship with the former provincial administrator. Hence, the application for stay was refused. Hence, that leaves the substantive appeal to be continued and determined by the court.
The Kutubu local level government has made a significant investment in the welfare of law enforcement in the region by allocating 2 million kina to build a single quarters accommodation for police officers. President John P.P. Kila announced the funding during a recent event in Pimaga, where he also presented new uniforms to the officers stationed at Pimaga.
Establishing an accommodation for police officers in Kutubu LLG's Southern Highlands has been one of the most significant investments that the District Development Authority has done. LLG President John P.P. Kila emphasized that proper accommodation directly impacts their well-being and job performance.
First week of next month, you balu about China, Pilipina, Sablayana, building this house for police. We put in 2 million, he go finish. 2 million, he go finish. I put PVC, now I go for the police. 2 million, he go finish. 2 million, he go finish. This is a new house. Me, son of a new house. Me, baraking you, giving me more manpower in Chelon. Police, Rohia, Pimaga.
Killer reiterated the commitment of the LLG to support law enforcement efforts in maintaining peace and order in the area.
Even Prime Minister, even Governor, even member, you don't sabe by Falfa. Me sabe Minister, you have Sister Minister. Man, you Mr. Minister, you man. You said, man, you challenge the council for me, you lose, council for me lose. You look like man win, you come from me. Now you work for them, censorship is the prestation.
Killer also encouraged members of the community to cooperate with police officers and view them as integral partners in promoting safety and security in the district. He thanked Provincial Member William Poe and local MP Dr. Billy Joseph for always backing Kutubu's initiatives.
Policeman, or Chinaman, Filipino man, but I'm silly blow here one more. On workman blow, you blow look at him. And you blow look at him good. Because on back up silly blow here, I work in this house here. On Medri also there's an investor here. you blood policeman, house by you blood so look at him all good, now let him all work good now. Men block good must come up good. Now by Salem report come to you me, Bahama must do another. Not block work you me by giving men working to.
The collaboration between the local government and law enforcement is seen as a pivotal step toward building trust and ensuring a harmonious community. Carol Jr., TV1 News.
Meantime, community leader Timothy Dosabo urged the community to work with police in keeping law and order because police numbers is how they will need all the support they can get.
Work law, run law, respecting work law. You could not get law. That's law and not what department of the law safeguarding you me. So when in area only drive around, only stop around, you might look at the work now by stop good law you me. You know how it does no? Someone's you someone's service you stop housing. That's the housing you all by look at him. Now you can embarrass it. You don't play education. Education you develop this law line. So time you don't go to me by look at the world education doesn't know that. Education here, all look at him now stop good. That's why you may respect the work law policy stuff here.
Irman Faibu, a young intellectual from Kutubu, emphasized the importance of collaboration between the well-educated and local leadership to foster progress and improve living conditions in Kutubu. He believes that coming together, they can drive sustainable development initiatives by leveraging on learned and local knowledge and skills. Faibu's message resonates with the broader vision of community development, reflecting the potential for positive change when local resources, talent, and leadership are aligned.
Police be savvy and guarantee no mibla now. Sana blue, wogobat blue, maskudu look savvy no you. You be a responsibility. Ona ino policeman doesn't know making. You man place must. Can you look in fire water bottle no community? Must have strong fighting them of this law. You must make sure that fire water drug must know what internal place.
Livestock stations in Baya, Western Highlands and Launa Kalana in central provinces recently did a monitoring and evaluation exercise. It was run by officers from the Department of National Planning and Monitoring led by Assistant Secretary Jenny Tumun and in close collaboration with the Livestock Development Corporation. The exercise included site visits to evaluate key government-funded projects. LDC Operations Manager Stephen Yangis said despite limited funding in 2024, LDC is making steady progress through strategic planning and utilizing other limited resources to support its capacity building projects under the National Livestock Development Program. He further said that while the government has given LDC its full support to proceed with its development plan, all actions must follow the correct procedures, particularly through the Project Management Committee meetings. Yangis believes that proper coordination, transparency and partnerships, LDC can deliver meaningful and lasting impact in the livestock industry per its mandate. Turning abroad, health officials in Queensland are responding to the state's first outbreak of malaria in 2 years. 2 cases have been detected, but they're confident the disease is under control.
Have confirmed there have been 2 locally acquired cases of malaria on Saibai Island in the Torres Strait in the past month. Now, it's the first time in about 2 years the mosquito-borne disease has been acquired locally in Queensland. There's been an immediate response to this with public health teams and the local Torres Strait Island Regional Council conducting mosquito spraying on the island. Now, Saibai is one of Australia's northernmost communities. It's an island village just 4 kilometres from the Papua New Guinea mainland where malaria is endemic. Travel between coastal villages in PNG and Saibai is very common. There's cross-border trade and local markets that people access by boat. Officials say it's most likely a mosquito infected with malaria made its way onto Saibai by boat, but they can't rule out that an infected person travelled across and that malaria got into the local mosquito population that way. They are confident, though, that with control efforts and cooler weather, this outbreak is under control. The Public Health Unit says both patients who contracted malaria have undergone treatment and are now completely well. They have urged, though, that anyone on the island who develops symptoms such as high fever, nausea and muscle pain seek medical treatment urgently.
In sports, the Knights pulled off their biggest comeback since 2007 after coming from 16-0 down to beat the Sea Eagles 26-22 in Golden Point. Newcastle were diabolical in the first 40 minutes and were booed off at halftime at McDonald Jones Stadium, but they returned a different side in the second half. Fletcher Hunt scored his first NRL try and then set up the winner when he leapt for a bomb and batted it back for Kalen Ponga to pluck it and run 20 metres to score. Newcastle looked terrible in the opening 15 minutes, and the opening try came when Ruben Garrick shredded the defence down the right edge and put Tolu Koula over. Toafofo Espali and Haumola Olakau Atu both breezed past terrible defence to score the softest of tries, but tries to Hunt, James, Fletcher and Ponga saw them home. Here are the highlights.
They score long-range tries better than any team in the comp. That's some momentum up behind that carry. Brayley across the good hands. Here's a chance. Kai Pearce-Paul. Give it to Fletcher. Oh, good tackle. Nearly got him to allow, but he broke out of it. 40. The Knights defenders sprint. He changes. He goes to Brooks. Brooks from the 40. It's not a bad kick. It's out to the right. Down the short side. Ponga sends it up in the air. We know Hunt's a great leaper. He taps it back. Oh! No way. Newcastle has saved their season in the most spectacular fashion.
As inclusive sports gain momentum across the country, a grassroots initiative is opening doors for young people with disabilities in the top end. Hundreds of students took part in the event this week, and for many it was their first time taking part in organized competition.
All sports for all abilities. For some, this could be the start of their sporting journey.
Volleyball, it's my favourite one.
Basketball and boxing and soccer.
It's a really good opportunity for me to come out and show what I've got. I'm excited for everything actually. Everything looks like it'll be fun. It's really fun.
Abilities Unleashed is a national program to encourage people with disabilities to adopt an active lifestyle. More than 250 students from across Darwin took part in this year's event, playing sports like wheelchair rugby, AFL, netball and indoor golf.
It provides the opportunity for them to try these sports and have a go at different sports that they may not normally engage in, but it's also a great opportunity for them to engage with the public.
Events like these provide an important opportunity for young people living with a disability to try different sports in a positive environment. The hope is to help boost engagement in sports and build a stronger community.
Sport is such a powerful means to engage and create community. I think as Australians we have got such a strong sporting identity, and we can see that through the Matilda effect and how much of an impact that had on women in sport. And I think that's just the next step for adaptive sport in the community.
Kicking goals for those just starting their own remarkable sporting journeys.
And that ends our midday news. Do join us at 6 tonight for more the main bulletin. Bye for now.